If you remember, when we talked about SharePoint lists, we have the overall list, and in that list we have different views and different things of that nature. Each one of those items, we have the all items view by default. And then when you edit the items in a list, you also have a new page, an edit page, a properties page, as well as and a properties page. These different pages also then correspond to specific forms that get created. Depending on the list and how the list is constructed, and you can have different list templates and things of that nature, these are all ASPX pages as well. And when we look in SharePoint Designer, you get a view of all the stuff that's contained within your SharePoint site. And that's visible over that in the folder list. It treats it just like a standard file system on any other web page. And one of those things that it shows up are the different lists. In these lists, we can see our announcements, our team discussion, all that, as well as the payroll forms library that we created in our last demo. Under this, there's that folder called forms. And as you now see, we have the all items, the display form, the edit form, and upload form. So there's quite a few of these. When you double click on it, you actually can then edit these forms. Now, this is useful, particularly when we start thinking about different workflows and different events that might require the form to be edited in a different way than default. Or if you want to change and customize just how the overall functionality of this is provided. And so you see it has the main region right here, which is where it actually uses a web part to display the contents, the list view web part. So that reminds me to mention that in SharePoint Designer, you can also add web parts to the pages just as easily as otherwise. And the web part zones are specific content placeholders that are designed for web parts. And so on the web parts page, there's a tag called the web part zone. And that is how you allow web parts to be placed inside your master pages or inside the specific content pages. Now, what happens if we say that, well, this page, or in our case, so it uses our master URL default.master, but what if we want to change this? What if we aren't happy with the way the master is, but we, for some reason, want to change a single piece of the content, even though it's not necessarily part of it? Well, we can actually edit this. So I could say, you know what? I actually don't like putting the title up here. And I can go into my content area and I can add hello world, my new title. And you see that it shows that I've changed it. Now I'm going to save this. And when I save it, I get this dialog box. Saving your changes will customize this page from the site definition. This is because, by default, SharePoint can have ASPX pages that are read from the file system. It is faster to read the pages from the file system than to host it out of the database for the actual web pages. I'm going to say no. So you have to be careful when that happens. And this whole process also comes into effect when you're editing master pages or editing pages that extend from master pages. if I go and edit my demo ASPX, I can of course change the content region, the stuff which is in the content region, but I can also choose to edit the area outside the content region. So you see that that's designed for that, but what if I want to change this? And I can do that, but the process will break it from the master page. So I do not recommend doing that. Now,